Hello everyone, and welcome to another game of World of Warships. Today's replay is from Malachias, and he is in the République, and I'm probably mispronouncing it. But anyway, he is on the map Mountain Rage in a 3-point domination game mode, and it's, well, obviously a tier 10 battle. There is already one enemy destroyer sunk, which is nice. Otherwise, well, the enemy team had a destroyer advantage, but that's gone now. There is no carrier. So we shall see how this goes. Well, okay, the destroyers are even. Now, unfortunately, the enemy took the center already. Malachias is on his way towards the right side, and there goes another destroyer. So the friendly destroyer was way too aggressive. We can see there was a Missouri up there, so he was in radar range. There's also a Des Moines. If you are encountering radar ships, it pays off to stay on your side of the cap circle and keep your escape routes open, have maybe some cover behind if you get radared. So anyway, there is a large force here on the left side, but they don't have a destroyer here anymore. Still, they could make something happen, I suppose. But those ships would need to be a little bit more aggressive. If there are really only 3 enemies here, those friendly forces can take them without an issue. They even have radar. But yeah, they might see it differently, I suppose. Now there's a Missouri here, but I'm afraid he can manage to get behind an island before Malachias can take advantage of his broadside. But then again, maybe the Missouri just keeps going straight ahead and somebody else secures the kill. Now the friendly team is 1 ship ahead, and they might actually take Point Charlie here. There is a Minotaur inside who is doing a good job at capping. He's staying safe here. He has an island for some cover, I suppose. He has his smoke. And it looks like the enemy team interrupted the cap maybe a second before the friendlies got it. So I assume there's a destroyer in there somewhere, or maybe it's just a Henry. And down goes the Minotaur, which is sad. Now the friendly team still doesn't have a cap. The ships on the left side aren't pushing their advantage, and here on the right side it's looking pretty bad. Malachias is, well, somewhat alone here in the front. I mean, he has 2 ships here behind him. Yet North Carolina might actually be coming this way, but the Attacker, I think, is already retreating. And considering the sizable enemy force, that might be a good choice. Now in the center, a friendly destroyer, the last one. It's unfortunately a Khabarovsk, while a really good ship. It just has pretty bad concealment, so it might have trouble capping in stealth. But then again, he might have an opportunity here, and it looks like he might be going for it, because the enemy team is currently heavily focusing here on the right side. Now unfortunately, the advantage the enemy team had on the left side, they didn't press it. Some of those ships moved towards the center, and very nice shot by Malachias. That's 1 less enemy. So yes, the friendly team, instead of pressing the advantage, they kind of dispersed. There's still some ships down there playing passive, some ships went towards the center. At least it looks like the friendlies are claiming the center. But yeah, friendlies still have 1 more ship, but if they don't turn the points around soon, they might just lose point-wise. Now it looks like there are reinforcements coming this way, so it might be time to just turn this around and charge into Point Charlie. The ships on the left side are still, well, somewhat hesitant, and there are some torpedoes appearing. That's bad. But they ran out. So that worked. I think the left side still could do something. Maybe they have the Des Moines with radar, right? Then they have the Neptune with smoke. He could even smoke up both cruisers. They have a Tirpitz there who would make an excellent choice for charging in. I mean, possibly scared of torpedoes, but those 3 ships have a very good chance of taking point A. They just have to go there, I suppose. Now it looks like the Khabarovsk was chased out of the center. I'm not exactly sure what made him retreat there. Maybe it was the Minotaur. Now, meanwhile, Malachias has decided to turn his ship around and go back towards Point Charlie. They have to do something, and well, I mean, they have a few ships here right now, so there might be an opportunity to go in. It depends how much ships will support him. Well, how many ships? We shall see, I suppose. I mean, in a situation like this, if you don't do anything, you are most likely losing, even if you have... Well, I mean, they only have 1 more ship, but even if they had a few more, the points are accumulating for the enemy, and they might just win that way pretty soon, if nothing happens. So, and now we can see a Yugumo here in the center, so it's probably the Yugumo who is spotting the Khabarovsk and forcing the Khabarovsk to retreat. It's quite a concealment gap between those two, so that makes the job for the friendly destroyer difficult. Also, the enemy destroyer has like 2 cruisers close by, and the friendly one has no one. So it's possible he will just go over to A. The friendlies at A are finally moving in. So it definitely would be a possible option for the friendly destroyer to go for A. But then again, there is a Loyang over there, so it wouldn't be very easy as well. Now, meanwhile, Malachias is getting closer towards the capture point, and he is going in. There is an eye over here as well, and who knows what they can do together. There is still a sizable force of defenders, and I think he's overturning here a tiny bit. Yep. There was an island, but it's worse. There are torpedoes coming his way. He's already started reversing, and as you know, battleships can't change their speed very easily. They are, well, slow ships. So he took 2 torpedoes. But I mean, it's still okay hit point wise. Not good, but I'd say okay. Meanwhile, the Iowa has entered the cap, and on the bright side it looks like the enemy team isn't really mounting that much of a defense. If the enemy République would basically sail in here, backed up with his cruisers, if he would be leading the charge, or the defense in that case, I think the enemy team would most likely have this in the bag here. But you know, of course, if the cruisers just sail broadside on, it's also not very helpful. Now the Minotaur got citadeled once. What was his choice? Not to do anything. And turns out he got citadeled again. Shocking. Truly shocking. And will those torpedoes hit? I don't think so. Nicely done. But suddenly a wild Yugumo appears. And suddenly a Yugumo disappears. So it looks like the enemy team is quite content throwing away their ships around here. Now there are more torpedoes, and I think he is dodging them. Or they're just running out. I guess that works too. So, well, you see, this Neptune found out that angling actually works. And you don't get deleted in a single salvo. I mean, I guess it would still be possible, it's just a lot less likely. Oh, well, maybe I spoke too soon. And I think he's still maneuvering. Now there is also a enemy battleship approaching. If the enemy battleship would have charged in a little bit sooner, while he still had more cruisers around here, it would have been a lot stronger. But he is here now to defend. Unfortunately for him, now his support is already leaving. Now Malachias is getting pretty low on hit points, but I mean, the enemy battleship is just willing to sail here broadside on. How will this turn out? He's getting citadelled. Truly shocking. So, that enemy battleship should go down soon, and I'm not even sure if it's... No, his guns still aren't pointing that way. Now, Malachias left Point Charlie here because he... well, was engaging the battleship, but at this point it really shouldn't matter. The friendlies are still behind on points, but there is 7 minutes left, and with the ship advantage, well, it should work out. It's not like I haven't seen matches like this still fail. But it's looking pretty decent right now. Now he's using his speed boost here to hopefully charge down the enemies. And yes, it's a little bit laggy here in the replay, unfortunately. There is nothing I can do about that. You know what, let's speed this up a little bit while he is looking for more prey. Now look at that, there are torpedoes coming this way. Now, anyway, there is a barely floating Neptune. The Neptune is angling, but with this low health, it really doesn't matter. So down goes the Neptune. The enemies are running for the border. This North Carolina, I don't know what he's doing, but maybe he's actually going and capping C. I mean, at this point, they don't need it. The friendlies finally have overtaken the enemy team with points. The enemy team doesn't really have a chance here anymore, I suppose. So, will this Henry reach the map border, or will he go down before? We shall find out. And down he goes. The Kraken's unleashed. Now there is one enemy destroyer remaining, and he is trying to cap point A, and well, that won't help him, unfortunately, because, you know, there are just way too many ships here. There is way too much time left. North Carolina will be entering Point Charlie, and actually the enemy destroyer never gets spotted again in this battle. This is a friendly win, and we are just jumping to the results here. Malachias earned himself 3,440 base experience. Very nicely done. He also earned himself Confederate, Devastating Strike, Dreadnought, Kraken and High Caliber. He scored 270,000 points of damage. So a very nice battle in the République. And I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.